Vedam is that one which is heard. Vedam is that one which is heard. This is the root cause of wisdom. Vedam is the root cause of wisdom. This is beyond gunas. Now I am settled in the triangle which is within Kutastha. I had the darshan of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, who exist in Kutastha. I lost the difference between them. I reached Nirakara Omkaram. The wisdom or Gnanam is eternally desired and required. That Omkaram is Atmaram. He is always victorious Ayodhyaram. Your form is the reality. No one exists except you. Then only Laya or merging into and becoming one exists. This the yogi gets during Kriya Yoga Karma. This body itself is Omkaram. This body itself is Omkaram. If body exists, then only everything comes out of it. That is why one must make use of this body properly. This body is a field. One must make this field interiorized through the cultivation of pranayama. This is called Atma Karma. Then we will reach the fixed state. That fixed state or steady, formless Akasha state is known as Ram. This Atma Ram is organless like Akash. Breathe is Rambanam, arrow of Ram, and the spine is Dhanush or bow. Spine is Dhanush or bow. Ram utilizes breath as weapon or ammunition. Janaki is the wife of Ram. When the field was cultivating, then Janaki existed and emerged into the field back. That means being a Kriya Yogi myself, while doing Atma Karma in this field like body, I reached the triangle in which the primordial root power, that is Adi Shakti, exists within this Kutastha. That Adi Shakti Janaki is Subhalakshmi. Subhalakshmi has merged into this field. That is why this Ram exists namesake in the present. One cannot attain Ram by doing idol worship outwardly with loud and noise-making chanting. I was surprised and wondering, looking at different ways of worshipping the Lord. I did not come anywhere nearby to Ram by loud chanting of Ram until and unless you become beyond senses. You cannot obtain Ram, Atma Ram. When your breath comes to a standstill, then only you will get Ram and hence liberation. Jeev, our living being, hears sounds outward through his senses. Jeev, our living being, living human being, hears sounds outward through his senses, but he will hear the Omkar sound or Anhata sound internally. When the breathing stops, then the yogi gets Keval Kumbhakam Avastha. And when the breathing stops, then the yogi gets Keval Kumbhakam Avastha. Then he will hear the Ram by itself. Then he will obtain liberation. The unsteady breath is called Adya Prakriti or primordial nature. This way, Sita, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and Parvati are nothing but unsteady breath or pran. This unsteady breath or pran exists in male predominant Sri Ram. This river that is seen in mirror cannot quench your thirst. The river that is seen in the mirror cannot quench your thirst. One cannot get Atma Labham or the benefit of soul or Atma by doing these outward worships, japa and namasparanam, etc., which are akin to this river in mirror. Water is needed in the thirsty person. Water is needed to the thirsty person. Similarly, Kriya is required to the God thirsty yogi. Similarly, Kriya is required to the God thirsty yogi. By doing these worships or pujas continuously, the mind becomes positively God oriented and doing of Atma or soul Kriya for the benefit of soul become fortified. For the benefit of soul become fortified. Mind gradually becomes interiorized. Learned people tell differently in regard to Brahmagnan or soul wisdom. All the living beings become energetic by doing breathing and will be spending their lives. This breathing process of being done through the nostrils is known as Chenchala Gati or unsteady. The Keval Kumbhaka, that is cessation of breath, comes automatically as a result of Kriya Yoga, Prana Karma, or simply known as Prana Karma. The steady state of Prana Karma is known as Brahma. The happiness that comes to the yogi shall uproot his misery. Prana is having two states, steady state or Thiravastha, and two, unsteady state or Chanchalavastha. I could stop this unsteady state and got into blissful Keval Kumbhak Avastha. I could stop this unsteady state and got into blissful Keval Kumbhak Avastha. That means I have crossed the unsteady state. Because of the unsteady prana, mind will become unsteady. If the prana becomes steady, then mind becomes unsteady. The prana becomes steady, then the mind also will become steady. Or not unsteady, it is steady. So, the steady mind is Brahma. This fixed and steady mind becomes desireless. This desireless state of mind is called Kriya Para Avastha. This desireless state of mind is called Kriya Paravastha. Such yogi becomes Brahma by himself. I have become Sthira Brahma. My present form is not there now. What is there in Kutastha existed everywhere. There is nothingness within and without Kutastha. Kshetra means the one which is destructible. Akshara means the one that is indestructible, that is eternal. If mind gets a modicum of instability, then this eternal state or indestructible state will go. The yogi who reaches the steady and indestructible state will obtain the stoical state of peace. The yogi who reached a steady and indestructible state will obtain the stoical state of being, stoical state of peace. The wisdom related to Krishna and Kali is not complete wisdom or Brahmagnan. If you know yourself fully, then that wisdom is complete. Wisdom of Brahma or Paripurna Brahma Gnan. The nothingness within this visible bluish nothingness is known as Mahasunya. This visible, the nothingness, that means Akasha. Within this visible bluish nothingness, that means within this visible bluish Akasha, Neela Akasha, is known as Mahasunyam, that means Maha Akasha. That Mahasunyam is one amongst Pancha Mahabhutas or electricities. Maha means Mahadeva or Paramashiva is the one who indulges in this eternal kumbhakam within this Mahasunya Akasam. The Mahadeva or Paramashiva is the one who indulges in this eternal kumbhakam within this Mahasunya Akasam. Such yogi is Paramashiva who remains in this meditating posture. The head of such sadhak will be heavy when you are in nothingness in nothingness, when you are merged in nothingness, the head of such sadhak will be heavy. His eyes will be half closed and his eyes will not come down even with effort. This situation and state happened in 2004. I have seen Brahma in Atma Surya. I am Brahma. The whole universe is illuminating from me only. Now severe pranayam happened. I am the only Purusha exists and none else. Because of the incessant pranayam practice for a long time, the qualitative pranayam shall continue to happen uninterruptedly. If you continue your incessant pranayam practice for a long time, the qualitative pranayam shall continue to happen uninterruptedly within me, within you. Now my state of this is the state of Aham Brahmasmi. I am Krishna. Because of pranayama karma, this body field is culminated and cessation occurs. This reached the state of no vibration when whatsoever. This reached the state of no vibration whatsoever. That is, it reached the state of Krishna. I am the Adi Purusha and Brahman and Bhagavan. I am the Adi Purusha and Bhagavan. I am the Purusha in Kutastha. I am not inseparable from Parabrahman without gunas. I am not inseparable from Parabrahman without gunas. I am the Atma Surya. I am the Mahadeva. In yoga sadhana, whatever gradual transformation happens in each and every state will materialize in the form of gods and goddesses. When you are doing sadhana in yoga sadhana, whatever gradual transformation happens by degrees in each and every state will materialize in the form of gods or goddesses, which are the replicas of our karma. I am the Adi Purusha and Bhagavan. I had overcome the different traits of gods and goddesses and transformed into God. After all, and became Brahma myself, and became Brahma myself. Now breathe became steady in Sushumna. In this state, I got the qualities of Narayan with 4 hands. In this state, I got the qualities of Narayan with 4 hands. This is the gradual state. I have understood that not only normal 2 hands, but also 2 more hands, which are infinitely energetic and formless, emerged from within the outwardly appearing hands, are utilized for work. Kutastha, the place between the eyes, cannot be destructed and is eternal. Kutastha, the place between the eyes cannot be destructed and is eternal. The Kutastha is Surya Narayana. I am that eternal and indestructible Kutastha. I am that eternal and indestructible Kutastha. I am that Kutastha Surya. Kutastha is the first man or Adi Purusha. That is me only. I am the Ananda Purusha. That is the Blessed One. I am the Akshara Surya, Atma Surya, and Narayana merged into one. I am Atma Surya, Akshara Surya, and Narayana Surya, Narayana merged into one. That is that state. When I am Kutastha Surya, when I am Kutastha Surya, what I spoke, that is Veda only. When I am Kutastha Surya, what I spoke, that is Veda only. Vedas are not written by anybody. Vedani Apaurishayani. Vedani Apaurishayani. That is, Vedas are actually seen in meditation, heard in meditation, got merged into Veda, experienced them. I got merged into Veda, experienced them, and then are spoken. Jeev, or human being, must end this concept of human through the medium of yoga sadhana. One must attain the complete Shiva concept. One must attain the complete Shiva concept through sustained efforts. Then he definitely moves away gradually from the vicious circle of life and death. After all, that yogi will surely become Narayana. I have got that eternal state in Kevala Kumbhak, that is automatic retention. I have reached a state where I became beyond all the karmas. Now I don't have any desire. I got the benefit of eternity. Kriya Yogi will reach such a state. Now I am the Shiva. When yogi reaches this state, then he is nothing but Mahasunya, or nothingness in nothingness form. Mahasunya means nothingness in nothingness form of Lord Brahma only. The root cause of breathe in and breathe out. The root cause of breathe in and breathe out is the unsteady breath only. The steady breathe in and breathe out is agamyam. The steady breathe in and breathe out is agamyam. In this state, Guru, devotee, Bhagavan, Jeev, Shiva do not exist. All become one. Only Brahma exists. Only Brahma exists. All is nothing but nothingness only. All is nothing but nothingness only. That means Sunya only. The steady protection state, the steady protection state or Abhaya Padam cannot be got without Guru. Be firmly settled in this nothingness state, lest it is not compatible to spirituality. I-ness, that means Ahankar, does not exist at all in spiritual world. Such steady nothingness form of Brahma, such a steady nothingness form of Brahma state is called Abhaya Padam. That state is called Abhaya Padam. The Lord of universe is all pervading. Bhagavan, Surya Narayan. That is me only. Atma Surya or soul sun is the destructor of all sins. Everything including the sun in Kutastha is manifested out of this soul sun. The soul sun is the basis for everything. I am the formless eternal male, that is Nirakara Akshara Purusha, existing in Kutastha. That infinite intelligence or intellect is Bhagavan only. That Lord is blemishless. That is me only. Now I can do whatever I want to do. I am that great Purusha. I am the Atma Surya. I am Brahma. I have got, I have set out on 27 December 1868 and got the consent of Gurudeva on 15 January 1869. I did severe Kriya Yoga penance. I did severe Kriya Yoga penance for 8 years, 4 months. I had not given up my family. Remember this. I had not given up my family. Kriya Yoga is Atma Sadhana. Now, breathe became steady and looking at Brahma in Kutastha. Now, breathe became steady and I am looking at Brahma in Kutastha. Mind became steady because of the internal Kriya Yoga Pranayam in Sushumna, through Sushumna. Mind became steady because of the internal Kriya Yoga Pranayam being done or done through Sushumna. Now I am not inclined to do Namaste to anybody. I am not inclined to do Namaste to anybody. I am doing Namaste to myself. Tongue is getting settled in Talu or Ubula. I am seeing that great changeless thumb-sized man form is pervading and percolating the universe. I am seeing that great changeless thumb-sized man, that is Vamana form, is pervading and percolating the universe. My form only exists everywhere in the universe. Now, my form only exists everywhere in the universe. There is nothing else except me, the whole universe. I got merged in yoga practice. This Brahma state I have acquired by itself during my incessant sadhana. Nishchalam Brahma Uchyate. The steadying breathe by pranayam is Brahma. I am settled in this nothingness in nothingness. Nothingness in nothingness means Mahasunya. I am settled in this Mahasunya. There is no day and night in this Kriya Paravastha. Only in daytime it should come or night time it should come. It's not like that. There is no day and night in this Kriya Paravastha. In this Kriya Paravastha, the I-ness, Ahankar, will be completely wiped out. In this Mahasunyam, I only exist and nobody else exists in this state to whom I should say Pranam or Namaste. The eternal existence is the complete rest. Sarvam Brahmamayam Jagat. The eternal exist is the complete rest. Sarvam Brahmamayam Jagat. Steady mind is a real mind. Everything will be made known everything will be made known due to that real mind. The form of Atma Jyoti or soul lamp shall create intoxication and happiness. The steady mind arises out of Kriya Yoga, Prana Karma. The steady mind arises out of Kriya Yoga, Prana Karma. The Omkara Kriya that is done with a steady mind will give you the knowledge of past, present and future. The Omkara Kriya that is done with a steady mind will give you the knowledge of past, present and future. Then that knowledge shall even illuminate the very complicated spiritual wisdom. Being a yogi myself, I have become with the form Sakara, without form Nirakara, and omniscient Sarvagnata. I have become with form, without form, and omniscient. I got equanimity in all things, and it became learned, that is Pandit. I have got equanimity in all things, and it became learned, that is Pandit. I have come to know that whatever I spoke, that becomes absolute truth of Vedam. I have come to know that whatever I spoke, that becomes absolute truth or Vedam. Nothing else exists except me, because now I am the Brahma. I am the Brahma. Only Nirmal Mahasunyam, that is blemishless nothingness, exists. This nothingness is my form. The interiorized pranayam is Narayan. This is the root cause of every existence. Now, the instability is completely gone. The place, Kutastham and above, is nothing but steadiness and steadiness only. The place that is Kutastham, the place Kutastham and above is nothing but steadiness and steadiness only. The place between Kutastha is instability. The place between Kutastha is instability. Kutastha is the place between the eyebrows. That is why yogi always wanted to stay above Kutastha. That is why yogi always wanted to stay above Kutastha. The meditation or sadhana is extended up to Kutastha. The state of not doing any violence in the least is the ahimsa or non-violent state of mind. Not killing animals, giving up killing any animal, giving up paining others, stock, barrel and gun. These are the qualities of non-violence. Due to Kriya Yoga Prana Karma, breath becomes steady, then mind becomes steady automatically. Due to Kriya Yoga Prana Karma, breath becomes steady, then mind becomes steady automatically and becomes non-violent by itself. That is the concept of Shiva. Nirvan means stability. Nirvan means stability. Karma means Kriya. Kriya Yoga only is Karma Yoga. Through Kriya Yoga itself or Jivatma, through Kriya Yoga itself or Jivatma will transform into pure self. Jivatma will transform into pure self or soul, which is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. Which is called Nishkama Karma Yoga. The instability of prana or breath. The instability of prana or breath is the root cause of all karmas. The prana which is having this instability is bound to have violent attitude. The prana which is having this instability is bound to have violent attitude. Body, mind, word, and karma, these four must be able to look at them. One must be able to look at them independently. Body, mind, word, and karma. So then non-violence moves away. Breathe losing its hold. Breathe losing its hold and becoming steady shall reach the steady state is known as Keval Kumbhak. This is Kriya Paravastha. Krishna Padam is called Ahimsa or non-violence. Krishna Padam is nothing but Ahimsa or non-violence. Then the violent living being also will give up its violent nature. Then the violent living being also will give up its violent nature. Yogi will surpass the states of Krishna and Vishnu. These states comprise Maya. These states, remember, the states of Krishna and Vishnu comprise Maya. Yogi firmly wanted to merge into the Sthira Brahma. He should not remain in these states with limits. The yogi should not be satisfied chanting loudly the name of Lord Ishvara with outward concocted idol forms. The yogi should not be satisfied chanting loudly the name of Lord Ishvara with outward concocted idol form. Yogi should go further ahead and search within himself